So anyway, yeah, we have a lot to get to. BTC and ETH right now. So yeah, Bitcoin and Ethereum both doing very well. If you guys are here, we do this every Wednesday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Smash the like to help support Real DeFi and this channel. We'd love to hear you guys' thoughts tonight. Yeah, so BTC and ETH has been looking real good ever since the big drama, the assassination attempt on Donald Trump on Saturday. I don't even know what the price action was at the moment because, in retrospect, I guess I do. But, we were obviously concerned about other things at the time. But BTC, off of that event and discovering that he's okay, and obviously the chances of him now, hypothetically, in betting markets and things like that, winning the election have skyrocketed. So has the crypto market. Maybe not skyrocketed, but it's moved up anyway. So we have BTC at over 64K right now, ETH hanging out right at 3,400. Before these, we had a pullback, a rather significant one over the last couple of weeks prior to that event. And I forget exactly where prices were on Saturday prior to that, but we were in the 50Ks, I believe, still for BTC. So things have moved up off of that news. The biggest piece of actual fundamental news is that we've gotten confirmation that this ETH ETF is going to go live Tuesday, less than a week from today, 7/23, July 23rd. Which is going to be really interesting. At first we were hearing that it was going to be the first week of July, and then none of that stuff happened. Now we're getting it on July the 23rd. So not only that, we just saw this piece of news before we went on air. I don't know what a mini ETF is, but the SEC just approved a grayscale ETH mini ETF. I don't know if that's like an ETF for little people or what exactly the deal is there. But
BlackRock, wasn't it?
Or no, it was gray. It said grayscale. I
thought it was BlackRock.
I'm pretty sure grayscale, but either way, the big thing is that the actual ETH ETF is going live. We have bullish action in the market overall. What do you feel about this, Ewok? And where do you think we're headed here for BTC and ETH in the short and the longer future later in 2024?
Well, yeah, I think it's bullish. I think I thought we would have had better news a couple weeks ago. That's why I predicted, we would see price action by July 1st. I thought people would try to front run it. Obviously I was a little bit off, but either way, what's a couple weeks when you're talking a 4-year cycle, right? You're
right,
not too far off. But it totally looks bullish to me. I don't know what the mini ETF is either. I'm really not sure. I've never heard that saying, but I think it looks good for everything. I think this could, we're always talking about that flippening, right? Where ETH market cap takes over Bitcoins. Will it be this cycle? Will it ever happen? That's who knows, but it's a very good possibility. This could really lead into pretty good timing as far as the rest of the markets are concerned. You've got some sell-off of Bitcoin. Now you've got that ETF too, so that could change the whole dynamic a lot. That in the past, that whole flippening thing could be a thing of the past where it may never happen. I don't know, but it's always interesting to think about anyway. But yeah, I think it looks bullish for everything, and then obviously the trickle down effect as things start to kind of pop off and get to where they're going. Then you see the influx into the altcoins and the rest of the markets as well. So, yeah, I don't think it could be more bullish, actually.
No, I'm totally with you. This has been a fantastic turnaround, and with the ETH ETF actually launching. Now, I don't know what kind of price action we'll get just to the fact that it launches and goes live. But I will say we didn't really see much crazy bullish action on the announcement of the ETH ETF, so we never really saw that big of a run-up. It really just kind of pulled back. It gained a little bit on Bitcoin, but we still have yet this entire year at any point seen ETH do anything really. Forget any kind of huge catapult run where it closes in on BTC. It's really not performed well this year. Now, we've talked in the past that part of that might be because it held up really well in the bear market, and it did. A lot of people, Richard Hart included, I think, were calling for $500. There was a lot of people out there doing it. It didn't quite get there, about 875 or something, which in retrospect seems like, Jesus, that's pretty much the same thing. But we really haven't seen it do anything this year. So that's what we're all holding out for. And I think that we are now entering the ETH alt season soon. I think we're in kind of we have a nice rebound right now. The market's going to kind of chill out, I think, for a little while. But we've already seen BTC do fantastically this year after the announcement of the ETF. It just makes sense at this point with the ETH announcement, everything that's happening in the United States politically and things like that right now. We're starting to get into more risk on type mentalities. So I think that's what we're going to see. I guess I'll ask you, Ewok, just to kind of finish it off with BTC and ETH. Where do you think we kind of finish the year with both of those? Because, surprise, surprise, we have this U.S. election coming up in November. So we're hoping that's an insanely bullish event. I think that it probably is going to be. What do you think we see with BTC and ETH as we finish off 2024 here? We got 5 months left.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a slow, steady rise. Like, I don't think we're going to see, obviously, we're not going to see the blow off top. That's not until next year, whenever that happens. Are you still able to hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, just because
I think your screen did. It did.
It was frozen. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure my mic was still working. But I see a slow, steady rise. Steady increase with pullbacks along the way, just like a normal, I guess we're going this way with it. A slow rise. I don't see anything parabolic happening by the end of this year. I mean, things will get good. Things are bullish, and if the election, goes the way we think it will, it is bullish, and there aren't people that are trying to kill it. Hopefully, the SEC changes a bunch of personnel at that point. New people are appointed. Different things take effect where the overreach kind of stops. That would be a perfect scenario, right? But yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a good end of the year, but I don't think it's going to get crazy. That won't happen again until next year, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with you, but I think we're going to see some bullish action for sure. Who knows? I imagine at some point here in the not too distant future, even we might see BTC retest and hit new all-time highs. But again, we're all really holding out for ETH and wanting to see where it goes. So it would be awesome to see if ETH can run up to its previous all-time high this year. A little bit later in the year, who knows? Maybe it'll even happen quickly. I mean, like you said, Ewok, I mean, you kind of front ran mentally that idea of ETH to $4,000 by July, which didn't happen. The opposite pretty much happened. But I think that like I said, I think we're getting into that more risk on mentality now, and people are going to come back to this market. So
yeah, I agree.
A lot of bullish things happening. And Trump obviously is going to go out and talk pro crypto and everything, but the fact that is spurring, whether it's even remotely a truth or not, Democrats and other parties and things like that to talk positively about crypto. Hey, both you guys fight over us as much as you want to. I would love for it to be a talking point. Yeah, you just keep fighting over it. That's fine with me.
That's right.
So yeah, that's where we are with Bitcoin and ETH, and we're going to get, of course, into the Trump stuff a little bit more as well.
Take a look at the price chart here a little bit.
Oh yeah. If you
want to bring that up.
Well, if you want, I was going to go into Pulse now, but if you want to,
just take a look. I don't know. Did you? I missed
it.
I really
don't care. I mean,
if you want to, I got a text. I didn't know if you covered the prices or not.
I said the price of BTC and ETH, yeah, but yeah, I mean, as far as the chart, I guess the only interesting thing is, like I was saying, that I think we were still back in the 50Ks before the assassination attempt on Saturday, and then just the way that it's kind of moved up since then has been pretty crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, what we're seeing.
Yep. I mean, it's still looking bullish, especially Ethereum. It's getting a couple major retracements here back to, this one red candle kind of hurt pretty badly. This is the weekly candle, but that week of the first week of July, you said it did the exact opposite. But we've kind of eaten all of that back up. We're back to where we were right before that, and there is it's pointed and definitely changed direction here on the RSI. So looking pretty strong. As far as the ratio, it's still stayed the same though. We're still at that 0.05, which is, we've been in this zone for quite a while, obviously give or take a little bit, but all of these are from here to here is all 0.05 something, right? So
right,
we've just kind of hung out in this range. So hasn't changed yet. This is what we're kind of looking for, to see this take over and the ratio of ETH get a little bit stronger versus Bitcoin. And I think you may see that upon this approval and the next approval for the major ETFs and not the mini ones.
Yeah, the ones for regular size folks.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.